I began to talk to him to say, hey, in your middle school and high school years, some students will see themselves like this. See, when this cup comes out, the party begins to get started. What we drink in this cup is a little bit different than some other cups. This one cup has games that go along with it, and some people even know songs. But people that see themselves like this begin to realize that their disposable could be used 1 minute and tossed to the side the next. See, at our house, we keep a giant bag of these in the garage cabinet. Potentially on Thanksgiving or a special family event, we might write somebody's name on it for a season or a time, but when we're done with these, we simply toss them in the garbage. Why? Because this cup doesn't have much worth. There's other cups. In our house, if you were to spend any amount of time there, you'd also know that there's a cabinet full of these coffee mugs. It's right above our Keurig. As a matter of fact, if you not take one cup down carefully, all the rest have the ability to come falling out. Sounds like you guys have the same cabinet we have. As we go on different trips, we love to collect different mugs. We recently had a chance to go to Banff, Canada, and so we have a mug from there. We went to New York, so there's a cup there with, of course, the skyline of the towers and all that's going along with it. However, if you looked a little bit further, you would see the memories of a Disneyland family trip. You would see a Mickey and a Minnie, and of course, 2 of the princesses, as we bought mugs to remember our trip. But if I was to be honest, some people see themselves like this, pretty common or ordinary. They wrap themselves particularly in a way to fit in, to find acceptance. They know they'll be wanted or liked for a season, but as soon as they don't fit the style or the part, they will be passed away for another. See, at some point in our cabinet, it will get too stained or a chip, and we'll simply discard it to find another. However, there are other glasses in our home. There are these, teacups. In fact, when you hold these ones, you got to put your little finger out, right? Your little pimp finger out. These cups are unique in our house because until our girls bought their own 2 cups for their illustration that we were walking through, all the other teacups in our house were a gift from my dad to my wife. They were my mom's. So when those cups were used, they're asked to be left on the table because mom's going to wash those ones one by one and put them back in the china cabinet because they're irreplaceable. There's some people that see themselves like this. Students that see themselves as one of these 3 act very differently. But I want you to hear this, that these people understand something, because when you're in middle school or high school, this person is a whole lot more popular. This person is invited to the dance. This person is wanted to hang out with. Why? Because they'll try some things and do some things, shade some lines and push some borders. But the reality is when it comes time to take somebody home to meet mom and dad for a lifelong relationship, we always know that this person will be discarded for this person. And yet culture, media, and everything else is telling our students to be this. I want you to hear this. It's no different between students and adults. I'll walk up and meet a person that still to this day sees themselves as a red Solo cup, thinking that they are disposable and they can be used however they want because for a season it will find acceptance, approval, and value, but they know at any moment they're sitting on the edge of questioning or wondering if they're going to be discarded for the next red Solo cup. They're just wondering if they'll be held around long enough, kept around just to fill whatever void they have. I meet people all the time that just see themselves as common or ordinary, don't believe they can make any big difference in the world, not totally sure that they can have an impact or that their lives deep down really, really matter. Now I want you to realize this. Though might be how people see themselves, there are no such thing as red Solo cup kind of people. There are no such thing as coffee mug kind of people. Every single person has been made unique and special with worth and meaning and value, that every person is irreplaceable, that there is something intrinsic inside of them that separates them from anyone and everyone else, that holds worth and value and respect, that should be cherished and honored.